Missy, the home of untold celebrity stories, deep dives, and inspiring journeys from the world of fame. If you are passionate about discovering the real stories behind your favorite stars, politicians, from their humble beginnings to the spotlight, then you are in the right place. Every day, we bring you detailed documentaries, rare facts, and inspiring life stories of musicians, actors, influencers, and public figures from around the globe and even from here in Africa. Here for motivation, entertainment. Hit the subscription button and turn on the notification bell because the journey starts now. In the heart of Uganda's capital, where bustling markets meet twirling office blocks and where politics often unfolds on the streets as much as in government chambers, one man has dominated city leadership for more than a decade, Elias Lukwago. For some, he became the voice of ordinary Kampala residents. For others, he was a restless political challenger who frequently clashed with central government authorities. This is the story of a man whose journey from legal practice to City Hall transformed him into one of Uganda's most recognizable political figures. Elias Lukwago was born on 11th May 1970, grew up in Uganda during a period of profound political and social change. His early years unfolded against a backdrop of national transformation and uncertainty. Driven by passion for justice and public service, he pursued legal studies at Makerere University, earning a Bachelor of Laws degree before obtaining a diploma in legal practice from the Law Development Center. Friends and colleagues would later describe him as a determined, outspoken, and deeply interested in constitutional and human rights issues. After qualifying as a lawyer, Lukwago established himself in legal practice, specializing in constitution, law, and human rights advocacy. His courtroom battles often reflected a broader concern for governance, accountability, and citizen rights. Yet the courtroom could prove to be only the beginning. As Uganda's political landscape evolved, Lukwago increasingly found himself drawn toward public leadership. His reputation as a vocal legal advocate opened the door to national politics. In 2006, he was elected Member of Parliament for Kampala Central. During his parliament tenure, he became known for his sharp in legislative debates and his willingness to change government positions. Supporters viewed him as fearless. Critics viewed him as confrontation. Either way, he was becoming impossible to ignore. His growing popularity in Kampala stemmed largely from his images as a defender of ordinary citizens, market vendors, and urban communities that often felt excluded from decision-making processes. In 2011, Kampala underwent a major administrative transformation with the creation of Kampala Capital City Authority. The position of mayor was elevated to Lord Mayor. The same year, Elias Lukwago contested for the city's top political office. Running on an opposition platform, he won and became the first Lord Mayor under the new KCCA structure. The victory was historic. For supporters, it symbolized the public resistance against centralized control of city affairs. For Lukwago, it marked the beginning of a long and often turbulent chapter. The celebrations were grand, crowds gathered, political allies, the result as a triumph for democratic participation, but challenges ahead could prove immense. From the outset, Lukwago's tenure was characterized by institutional tensions. The new governance structure of Kampala divided responsibilities between political leaders and technical administrators appointed by central government. The arrangement often created friction. Questions emerged over who truly controlled the city, who made decisions, who carried responsibility, and who represented the interests of Kampala residents. Lukwago repeatedly urged that elected leaders should have greater authority in determining the city's direction. Government officials maintained that administrative structure was necessary for efficient urban management. The disagreements frequently spilled into public.
Person, no, for two, you are not going to sit here, sit behind. I've ordered you directed, sit behind. Lord today you have become a small king. Lord Mayor has become a small king today. Please go behind you. And
perhaps the most dramatic moment of Lukwago's career came in 2013. A trouble recommended his removal from the office. City councillors voted overwhelmingly to impeach him. For many politicians, such an event would have marked the end, but Lukwago fought back. Turning to the courts, he challenged the process. Within days, judicial intervention halted implementation of the decision. He was reinstated. The episode reinforced his image among supporters as a political survivor. To his allies, he had overcome an attempt to silence an opposition voice. To critics, the controversy underscored persistent governance conflict within City Hall. Regardless of persistive, the incident cemented his place in Uganda's political narrative. Election after election, Lukwago returned. He secured re-elections in 2016. He won again in 2021. By then, he had become the longest-serving mayor leader in Kampala's history. His leadership, with significant urban challenges, rapid population growth, traffic congestion, infrastructure demands, informal settlements, public health concerns, economic inequality. While many of these issues remained unsolved, supporters urged that Lukwago constantly amplified citizens' concerns and pushed for accountability. His public appearance often attracted large crowds. His speeches frequently mixed legal analysis with political criticism. He remained one of the most visible opposition figures in Uganda. Outside municipal leadership, Lukwago continued practicing law and engaging in national political debates. His legal background remained central to his identity. Throughout his career, he represented clients in constitutional and human rights related cases. As Uganda's opposition landscape evolved, he became increasingly involved in broader struggles concerning governance. After 15 years, as Kampala's Lord Mayor Lukwago's tenure came to an end following the 2026 local government elections. The treason marked the close of one of the longest and most consequential mayoral chapters in Kampala's history. Handing over office, he reflected on years marked by political conflict, legal battles, and public service. The departure signaled more than a leadership change. It represented the end of an era in Kampala politics for a generation of city residents. The office of the Lord Mayor had become almost synonymous with one man. How should history remember Elias Lukwago? The answer depends on how you ask supporters. See a courageous defender of prolonged institution conflicts, yet even opponents acknowledge his impact. For more than a decade, he remained at the center of Kampala's political life. He survived impeachment attempts. He won multiple elections. He transformed the office of Lord Mayor into a national significant political platform. His story illustrates the urban governance, opposition politics, and democratic constitution in modern Uganda. As Kampala continues to grow and change, debates about governance, representation, and public service remain as relevant as ever. The city moves forward, new leaders emerge, new challenges are raised. But the story of Elias Lukwago endures a story of resilience, controversy, conviction, and unwaveringly presence in the political life of Uganda's capital. For better, for worse, his name is now woven into the history of Kampala itself. Lukwago was born into a large Buganda family in Kubungo village, Kalongo district. Elias Lukwago was raised by Muhammad Milundi and Stalimanti Nakayaga. Growing up among more than 20 siblings, he experienced the realities of rural Uganda life firsthand, the values of hard work, discipline, and community. Responsibility and respect for tradition were deeply embedded in his upbringing. As a member of Nkima clan of Uganda, Lukwago's cultural identity remained an important part of his personal and political life. This early influence would later shape his commitment to social justice, constitutional law, and public leadership. As we were beginning this week, on Monday, 15th June 2026, security operatives arrested Lukwago at his home in Wakaliga, Kampala. On Monday morning, his political party, the People's Front for Freedom (PFF), said he was taken to an undisclosed location after being picked by state operatives. Reports indicated that the arrest occurred amid efforts by his legal team to serve court papers on Muhoozi's Kainerugaba in a case connected to the defined opposition leader Kizza Besigye. Following the arrest, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba publicly commented to claim responsibility for the operation, and making statements attracted significant criticism from opposition figures and legal groups. On June 17th, Lukwago appeared before court in Kampala and was charged with imprison of treason, a legal offense that generally refers to failing to report knowledge of alleged treasonous activities. He denied the charge. The court remanded him into custody pending further proceedings. Reports from his lawyer stated that he experienced health difficulties while in detention and required medical attention. One of his lawyers told journalists that he had collapsed after being subjected to strenuous dose while detained. The claims have not been independently verified by Reuters. As of today, Lukwago remains in custody following his court appearance. He has detained the treason-related occasion. Opposition leaders, lawyers, and human rights advocates have condemned his arrest. The case has become intertwined with the broader political controversy surrounding Kizza Besigye's treason trial and disputes involving General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe, share, comment, and don't forget a notification bell because you need to know about your inspiring musician, actors, influencer, and public figure around the world here at Let Me See. I love you.